Welcome to On the Fence, the show that's about helping you decide whether or not to spend your hard-earned money on the biggest and possibly best releases. IY
is here.
Yeah, not Hans. Fuck Hans. You might hear this. He's going to edit this. He's going to make me sound like an idiot.
Some say I'm better than Hans.
Some might say that, yes. But I decided to draft in an actual expert on the subject for this On the Fence. Hans has old man hands. He is not prepared to play Windjammers 2.
I'm only slightly younger.
Young enough, man.
Oh, okay, all right.
Well, I am the youngest, most virile Bashbert.
That's
so I am obviously the best at Windjammers 2. So, IY, we have a history of Windjammers, don't we?
Do we?
We've definitely played Windjammers.
I remember us playing like a little bit. Yeah.
So most of our history of it comes from watching the Giant Bomb recording of Windjammers. It was, for those that don't know, Windjammers was an old Neo Geo game. I think came out in like early 90s. And it's essentially a competitive frisbee game where the goal is to essentially throw a frisbee past your opponent into a goal, and there is various nuances and stuff like that around that. It came out ages ago. It got a recent surge in popularity due to like Evo was doing like side tournaments for it, and like as we mentioned, like Giant Bomb would whip it out at like Extra Life and for other live streams, and it would always be a good fun. And it's finally happened, IY. There is a Windjammers 2.
So excited.
Yep. So we'll kick off of this with, we'll go into some competitive games to kind of show off some of the new mechanics. And then we'll do some actual competitive games where we'll properly play each other. And then we'll probably finish up with some online stuff. Actually, maybe we'll do that the other way around. Maybe I'll do the online because it'd be easier. Because Hans will get annoyed if there's too much dead air. If we're both concentrating super hard on playing Windjammers. So maybe do the online and then we can put our competitive stuff over like the wrap-up bit at the end.
But you're so pro, man. You can just talk over it.
I am a pro. So yes, let's get our game set up and we will go through some of the new stuff in Windjammers 2. And hopefully this works again because it was spotty on the day of release. So the main thing in Windjammers, well, one of the main things is you can pick your character and they have varying traits, including each of them have like a unique special throw. But the main thing is usually like their balance between speed and power, ranging from super fast speed and like little power to all the power in the world. I am a Steve Miller main, and always have been.
When's the Bash Bros Windjammers tier list, man? Easy content.
And then the other side, this is you, sorry. So then the other side of it is, we have different stages which have different scoring zones in them. Some of them have paddles. The main two big different ones in this one, I think, are Casino and Junkyard. Where Casino, the score is random each time, how much you'll score whenever you hit the back. And Junkyard, the like paddles in the middle, they actually move every time they're hit.
Oh, there was a time limit.
Yeah. So, start off, basic throw. You can just throw it back and forth. You can do ordinary stuff. The faster you release the disc, the more kind of it comes out. If you manage to do a perfect receival like that, you will knock the disc into the air, and that gives you a chance when you're under it to do your super. Go ahead.
I feel I'm so bad doing that.
Yeah, I feel like it is kind of more luck. I get it.
Yeah, if it happens, it's because it was just luck.
Yeah. So one of the new things they've added then is this parry system. So I can parry it straight back and do that, or if I were to lose it again, I can. Oh, I didn't hit it in time. I can do a drop shot. Okay. So you can either parry it straight back and hit it straight back, or you can kind of parry it in the way that you're doing like almost like a drop shot in tennis, like that, in the hope that it'll catch your opponent off guard and they'll not be able to get it before it hits the ground.
Wait, how do you do that?
So instead of hitting X when this is coming at you, you can hit B, and that'll do the drop shot instead.
Oh.
Wait, right here.
Oh, but
I'll even go. Yeah. So.
Oh.
And then the other new thing is this idea of jumping. So if you hit it up in the air, you can actually jump and then kind of do another drop shot like that. So I think they've kind of tried to make like your opponent not catching the disc a lot more of a like strategy almost. Which I think is actually a neat thing, because I think obviously at the time Windjammers, when it came out, was quite niche and it didn't have a lot of different things. It was purely a skill thing, and now I think there's a lot more options to actually like outplay your opponent rather than just outskill them, or like outthink your opponent, probably would be the better way of phrasing it.
Yeah, there's definitely more mind games.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. And then obviously all that's, so you'll see the new thing as well is you also have a meter now. So your meter has two uses. You can either, if you hit it before the ball gets to you, or sorry, the disc gets to you, it'll kind of knock it up in the air, which is useful for like if your opponent uses their super and you don't really know kind of where it's going to go. Or you can use your super just as you hold the disc and you'll do like an empowered version of your super shot. Oh god. So yeah, and then like it's not all the old stuff as well as there, like you can do curve shots again, you can like mix up your supers with like a diagonal, like what is that actually, like the, you know, the B super you can do when it's in the air and like it kind of lands on its side and rolls. How the hell would you describe that?
I guess it's like a spike, right? But it
so like
has like a follow-up.
So if I knock that up and then I can kind of do that,
and then it
like
rolls in.
Yeah, I suppose. So like that's kind of like the opposite, like where you're trying, like if your opponent is playing quite close to the net, you can kind of like in the
lob
opposite do like a drop shot. You can try and lob it over them to kind of catch them out. So it's like there is enough here that I think it feels very familiar, but also they've added enough that yes, it like is smart for a sequel. Like it's not like you're not looking at this being like, oh, why didn't you just like do Windjammers remaster or something?
Yeah, they've added some like mechanics to the game.
So yeah, like Windjammers is, it's great. I loved playing it anytime it was available, and I think there was always kind of the jokes of how were they ever going to do a sequel, and I think they've done a really good job with it so far. Like just the new mechanics and stuff they've added, I think go a long way in making it very like fun.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's enough describing ROI. Let's do an actual match. Serious time.
We try harden?
Yeah, we try hard.
Yeah.
So you're not using this time to try out a big guy, no?
Yeah,
choose a casino or junkyard just to kind of show off.
I haven't played either of these.
So casino's weird. So essentially at the start of each game, like each time the disc is ready, like it lights up and you like this is how much it will now score. Like it goes from like 1, 2, 3, 5, or 8. Yeah, so I got 3 points there. It'll randomize the number, and now like this round will be worth 2 points.
Oh, it's just doesn't matter what location. It's just
it is random each time.
Oh, okay.
I think it's interesting. I've definitely seen a lot of people picking this online because like there can be such massive swings. Like if you get an 8 point, like suddenly it's like mental.
Yeah, people love gadgets.
Yeah, they do. So like I do think like so now this is something worth 8 points. So if you win this, like you're now like in the lead by a decent margin.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly. So there is like the nuisance in it, like the kind of like like the lighter characters are going to like take more of a recoil from like if they try to block a super shot. So like if you're blocking it too close to your net, is like essentially you'll just get knocked into your net and they'll score anyways, and you'd be more aware of that. Whereas power characters pretty much like will stop the disc dead. Oh, easy ROI.
Wait, I thought I had my super. Wait, I did have a super. Why didn't it work? God, it's like playing Guilty Gear all over again.
Yeah,
stuff just doesn't come out. So I have less of an excuse here because it's literally one button.
Yeah, it's literally three. Like, oh god. Okay, I just messed up my roll there. That was completely on me. Oh, that hit my back.
Oh,
Baited you. You're like, oh, he's fallen off. He's a noob.
Playing possum right there.
Yeah, so like that's like I was on that, and like if I was a heavier character, that probably would have been a catch rather than me getting knocked into the net.
I want to try smacking it back.
Like that. Oh no! Shit! Fuck. That's 1 point. Fine, I knew that. I was like, yeah, that's fine. I can play around this.
Here we go.
Oh! I don't know if I like the 8-point swing.
Yeah, it
I mean,
just
it's
feels like
much.
a wild swing. Like, it's a bit mental, like how much you can swing it. I'll go big character.
All right, I'll go the speediest character.
Oh god, this is gonna. Stick on Junkyard as well.
You want Junkyard? All right.
I think all the other stages were actually in Windjammers. I think these are the only 2 actual new ones. But yeah, essentially the gimmick in Junkyard is like, depending on the angle that the disc hits the middle things, like they'll actually move. Which I think is actually quite neat because it like. Oh god. You fuck little boy.
You should say that, man.
Yeah.
I'm just mashing A there.
I feel so wide in this because it's quite a narrow like arena. It's just like, alright, if I just stand here, chances are the disc will hit me.
Excuse me?
What?
This is my achievement notifications in the way.
That would be bad, wouldn't it?
If you want any Johns, guys.
I personally don't like playing as the big guys. I just feel like the mobility is like giving up the mobility sucks.
I really also like, that's what's cool about Windjammers, right? It's like, dashing to location and like throwing it back.
Yeah, like throwing it as fast as you can back at them. Yeah, you full fucking straight throws. All right, let's go up. Oh.
Oh, you didn't even. Oh, it's not on my side.
Oh, what? What? I think that happened to me before in an online game, and it cost me the whole game. So, see, I think if you hit RB as well, like on like what would be like a perfect catch, you'll do like a super version of your. Like if you have the meter, you'll do like a super version of your super, like an even more empowered version.
Damn, I got wrecked there.
Yeah.
Clearly, big character is better at throwing frisbees.
Bigger is better.
Yep.
So these are the 2 new characters down here. They added these.
Ah, perfect.
The other 8 are from the original game.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's these 6 are in it, and then it's the 2 top and 2 bottom ones.
So what you're saying is new characters are always better, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I guess we can play any old map. Is there no random function?
If you hit X, it'll random it to a random one, but you need to actually confirm it still.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, the guy you're playing kept wrecking me online for a while.
Yeah, he kept wrecking me too online.
His super is just nonsense.
But that's the thing though, is that I feel like, I will say, the super part, like visually, if it's your first time seeing it, you're like,
they're all kind of nonsense.
Yeah, they're all kind of crazy, but like they're all kind of gimmicks.
Yeah, like there's definitely a way to like think them. Like there is usually a pattern involved in all of them. It's kind of easy to discern once you see it a couple of times. Like the Steve Miller character that I always play, like it's always going to go up or down.
Yeah,
so like
exactly.
When you play it, then like
50-50.
kind of the thought is like, all right, which way is my opponent actually going? That I'm going to kind of catch them on the wrong foot. Should have moved.
Too slow, man.
Yeah. Even though I'm a completely even character.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
you did it too early. So
I know,
like, the
right?
knock-up actually has a radius around you, like you can see it pop, like the dust kind of kick up. So like, yes, I've been caught out a lot of times doing it way too early. Oh, thought I got you out there.
Oh, it's a good rally. It's a good rally.
Yeah, like I think like it's it's deceptively simple, and I think it kind of looks deceptively simple, like from the outset. But I just think there is a lot of depth in it.
I think that's the best part, right? And that's how you want your games. Is like it is very approachable, right? Like you walk up and you could just play the game by just pressing A and like swiveling the stick.
And like you will probably score points that way. Like I think the curve shots are actually powerful enough in this that like they can catch a lot of people out with the way they bounce. So yeah, because like I do think it is very much like if you were like whenever parties are more socially acceptable to do, I think like this would be a great game to kind of pull out and be like, yeah, let's go, and just like do round robin or something.
Hey, what do you mean? We have online right here.
That is true. Yes, I feel like that is also one massive advantage this has over the original. Is like yes, there is dedicated online. I'm sure. I'm shocked that there wasn't. Actually, maybe there was. I just didn't look into it, but I'm shocked that there wasn't like a hack together online for like the original Windjammers. Oh, beefy boy v beefy boy.
Yeah. Obviously, we need a big arena.
I think casino. I think might be.
Yeah, I think it's pretty big. Yeah.
That's it. That is a glorious mustache. That guy has it though.
I kind of put the controller down there thinking that I wasn't going to reach that. That's why I kind of just held the frisbee.
Your fate.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a case of we just kind of try and like keep throwing as far away from the other person?
Ah.
Oh, did I drop kick it? Oh my god, that's a... Oh no! I got it. Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I hit the wrong button. I hit the drop kick button, not the dash button.
Oh.
I can't remember what this guy's super is.
So man, who do you think this game would appeal to?
Anyone really? Well, man, we saved that. Yeah, that's for the end. We just gotta be in the moment now. You gotta do a wrap up at the end.
Sorry, man.
That is your first on the fence.
First, sorry.
Ah, damn it. Oh no. Oh. Oh no.
Oh.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, I really don't like the big characters. There's just something about it. Just I don't know.
I just because it feels bad if you don't get to it, right? Because
Yeah.
it feels
Like you're constantly thinking, I could have got to that if I was a faster character. Like I'm never playing as a smaller character, being like, oh, if I had thrown that harder, it would have worked. Yeah, that was my bad for not resetting in the middle there. Just kidding.
Oh, it's far away. Or is it?
Oh, just on boy. Oh, that bounced really weirdly.
That was the trickiest of shots.
Yep. Oh, okay. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, yep. Oh, Jesus, dead heat here.
Here's a better question though, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
If this was a real life game,
it would be insanity that these people can throw a disc and set it on fire.
like it definitely wouldn't be quite as interesting in real life.
Yeah. Like what is it like in theory if you're playing this real game, it just kind of becomes like what is it, like handball? Just with a disc? Oh, my beefiness is fighting against me now. So I think in general, like the online side of things, I haven't had any issues with it, like in random matches. Like I've never had bad lag or anything. Like I think this is held up pretty well. We've got when we were testing this, there was one or two issues. I don't know if you were seeing them on your end or not, but I was definitely seeing one or two bits of warping. But overall, I think it's pretty solid online.
Yeah, no, I have no complaints in regards to the online, except for the part where I keep losing. But yeah. It's...
All right, we'll do one more, and then I'll jump online, and then we'll do our wrap. That can play over or play under the wrap up.
Alright, I'll pick the opposite end. Where we ended it, man.
Oh, it's weird that I can pick now. I've been whooping you so much.
Hey man, all that matters is the last game.
That's true, yeah. It's like when you're playing football as a kid and you're like, alright, let's go win. I also, as well, like, I think the change to like a 2D like hand-drawn art style looks really, really nice.
Yeah, the game definitely looks real good. Also, I'm just like admiring like the audience in the background.
Is that a cat guy? Like beside the like on your side beside
the
score?
Yeah.
Why is there like a leopard man? Oh, Jesus!
Oh yes, that move. Yeah.
God, it's so annoying. It just goes everywhere, and there's like no rhyme or reason to it.
Whoa! Wait a minute. You know what?
Because it completely baits you that it's going to be like Miller's, and it's like, nope, curve.
But yeah, there's definitely gonna be a lot of those kind of moments the very first time you play this game.
It is. You kind of like it's like a fighting game where like you're almost learning everyone's moveset.
Exactly.
This is probably a lot of the reason like why it has kind of got a lot of a following within the fighting game community. It's kind of, like for being meant to be the fastest character, it doesn't feel that fast. I feel these rules don't go that far.
I think also because the arena's quite small, so that doesn't really matter which character you are at that point.
Oh shit, I threw that right at you like a dick. Ow. Try to be clever. So the arcade, we'll mention it because we're not going to jump in it. The arcade mode is just like a series of games against the computer. It's nothing spectacular by any stretch of the imagination. You do get a cutscene, I think, for each character at the end. Like in traditional like fighting game arcade modes.
There's no story or anything, right? Like,
no,
I don't learn about the history of Windjammers.
This guy wants to be the best Windjammer. But there's like 2 minigame in it. So like there's a minigame where you essentially have to kind of like block shots. Like there will be a machine firing disc at you, and you kind of have to try and block as many shots as you can. And then there's another one, I think that came from the first game, where you're throwing the disc and you play as the dog trying to catch the disc.
Oh wow.
It's serviceable. Like I don't think anyone's coming to this for a massive single player experience, but it's serviceable, and like it serves as like almost like a nice little warm up type thing.
I fucked it. Oh, did I?
Oh, goddammit.
And this is why, guys, in fighting games, you never gloat.
Yeah.
Before the last game.
Now I lost 2 in a row.
Yeah, you gonna jump onto the online streets?
Yeah, I'll jump on the online. I'll stream it for you on Discord. But
okay,
I'm sure none of this audio will make it into the final thing because we'll be talking over it with the wrap up. So yes, join us after this. I don't know if Hans put something here, but join us for our final thoughts on Windjammers 2 after this. And I think Hans puts a feed. So alright, that was Windjammers 2. What are your initial thoughts on it?
You know, all I wanted from a Windjammers 2 was just some more Windjammers. And you know what? It delivered it. So, like, I think, it is a game which is great is that, like, it's so easy to understand.
Mm-hmm.
But then, because they've added all these extra mechanics and tools for the player, like, there's a bit of nuance. So if you do want to, like, get better and better, and now with online, like, there's no reason why you can't play even better players. And I think it really is, although it is a very small game, I think it does have this niche, and I'm really glad that it's around now.
Yeah, I was trying to say, like, there isn't like a massive leap that you would kind of expect after like probably almost a 20-year gap between the games. Probably more than 20 years, actually. But they've made the right changes, I think, to it. Like, they've added enough kind of mix-up and things that it doesn't feel stale. Like, it doesn't just feel like you're playing Windjammers Remastered. It does feel like a new game. And I think just the addition of an online mode, like, goes far and above probably what most people would have wanted from a new Windjammers game. Like, I think just the ability to play with people online is a massive get for them, and I think it'll give it really long legs in the long haul. And that's not to say, I think the game still, like, it looks amazing. I think it's made the jump from, like, proper pixelated graphics to, like, hand-drawn art really well. Single player wise, I think there's not a lot there to it, but would you really expect there to be much there to it, to be perfectly honest?
I wanna hear the single player Windjammers lore. You know, I want to be like, Miller and like climb into the top.
There is a really nice Easter egg in the Miller ending, because like Miller, I think in the European release, was a different character, like same model and everything, but he just I think he was a Chinese character instead, and there is a reference to it in the like Miller ending scene. It's like that's the kind of deep cuts I think that are in those story scenes. So like they're nice to go through, and like I almost use like the arcade as just like a warm up before I jump online. So, but if you're just coming to and don't have plans to go online, I don't think there's enough there for you. But overall, I think, yeah, it's a really good package, and I think it plays better than ever, like than what Windjammers used to. And I think it's the learning curve's not too steep that you'll not feel like instantly kind of skilled out.
Yeah, and you know it's on Game Pass 2, isn't it, Nick?
Yes. So yes, that is Windjammers 2, available on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and obviously the newer consoles via backwards compatibility. I think it's also on the Switch, actually. Yes, it is on the Switch, because I looked that up. And I think the price ranges from between 15 and 20 quid, but is also included then on Game Pass as a day one release for no extra cost to your subscription. Thank you for making your on the fence debut, ROI.
I love me some jam.